is up, Baton Rouge? I'm Lee Jacoby, your 2025 Fort Cancer Event Chair with Oshner MD Anderson Cancer Center.
And I'm Caitlin Cockerham, your American Cancer Society staff partner. We are so excited to be here in the Garage Studios, brought to you by Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. Shout out Gordon and his team for hosting us. We are thrilled to be interviewing majority of our amazing tastemakers over the next couple of days to hear all about their why, what they're excited about for Fort Cancer, get to know them on a little deeper level. And so without further ado, let's get into it.
Yeah, let's hear from our tastemakers. Thanks, guys. Let's get into it. How are we today? Welcome back, guys.
Welcome back. We've got Dr. Yes, of course. We've got Dr. Matt Shelly here with Go Chiro. So before we get into everything, give us a little bit about yourself, just what you do at Go Chiro.
Yeah. Well, like you said, Dr. Matthew Shelly. That's what I guess the doctor thing comes in. Yeah. But no, I'm a dad. I'm a husband, and I think those are my two things I stand out front with. But married to my wife Ashley. We have 3 kids, Bennett, Olivia, and Hayes. And I just got out of carpool.
Oh, did you?
And it's like, yeah.
It's
nonstop.
Carpool is like, who invented that?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need a better process. I think it's not that. I don't have kids, but
it's chaos.
It's chaos.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a chiropractor, and I'm one of the partners of Go Chiro. There's 3 of us that kind of own/run everything. 4. And we're a big chiropractic group in the city, and we moved into the Baton Rouge area probably 10 years ago, like almost to the week.
Oh, wow.
And so I was just reflecting with one of my partners, like, man, think of the things we've accomplished in 10 years. It goes by so quickly.
Right.
But we set forth a plan, and that's, here we are.
Executed it. Yeah, you had a vision and you executed. That's awesome. Well, we're going to play a little game.
Sure.
Just for everyone to get to know you a little bit more, loosen up, have fun. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Sweet or savory?
Sweet.
Frozen or on the rocks?
Neither. I don't like margaritas.
Okay. What would you prefer?
Whiskey.
Okay.
Bourbon.
What kind? What brand, I guess?
It doesn't matter. Usually, an old fashioned I think is just the go-to. So,
appreciate that.
Yeah, I have a few that I like at the house, but normally it's just whatever.
Whatever they have.
Yeah.
Whatever you got back there, you make it. Do it quickly. Let's go.
Love it. Yeah. I love it. Favorite place to get French fries?
Fries. So the kids do like the cheese fries at Walk-Ons.
So we were talking about that yesterday.
I can't say they're my favorite place, but yeah, the cheese fries are a good.
I think I need to get those now, like honestly, for dinner, because we talked about them yesterday and today.
Yeah, it's a sign.
You know what's tough? I'm 43, so McDonald's was a thing when I was a kid, right?
Oh yeah.
I don't think I've been to one in probably 30 years, but as a kid, well now like Chick-fil-A and there's
all the things.
French fries like every day of their lives. So when you ask that, that's a tough question.
I know.
Like your favorite fry, but I would say Walk-Ons cheese fries.
I was about to say maybe a McDonald's fry would be like nostalgic for you.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I would smell it first. I would like tap it on something. Is this food?
Are we on? Hello?
Yeah.
We've asked everyone this: Lil Wayne or Boozy?
Ooh, Lil Wayne.
Oh, okay. He's still in the lead.
Landslide.
Still in the lead for that.
Well, you saw on my intro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You had dropped the world.
Walk up song.
Yeah. That's your favorite?
That's a good one.
It's my favorite.
That's your favorite. I love it. Gets you hyped. Gets you up.
My wife can tell when I'm cutting grass to Lil Wayne.
Like getting on.
Yes.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. 7 Brew or Starbucks?
I don't drink coffee.
What?
It's
and
not
you have
like
3 kids.
I do.
And your doctor, standing on your feet all day.
I can't say I don't get caffeine, but it's just it's not my thing. My wife drinks it. She makes it at home. So if the family went into it, it'd be Starbucks.
Okay,
yeah.
Love that.
Egg bites and muffins, does that count? Starbucks.
Cake pop, and they
cake pops.
Yeah, they want their cake pops.
Kids,
yeah, always. It's for the kids, I swear.
Yeah. 8 a.m. Dad, can we have a cake pop?
I mean, let's go. And then last one: morning person or night owl?
Both.
Really?
I'm up early, and I'll watch Netflix till 11:30, midnight every night.
I like it.
Yeah, I don't know. I get caught in something.
You don't get a lot of sleep.
Well,
me too.
You know, my wife's out. And she's like, I don't know how you do it. I said, well, when you have the businesses and the patients and the things that I'm constantly thinking about. And thankfully, like my job is not, I'm a chiropractor. So the responsibility I think is a little lower than surgeons and some other.
Don't discount. No.
Well, I know, but it's different busy, and it's me making sure whether it be staffing things or, typical business stuff.
Yeah.
But I lay down at night and sometimes you can't turn that off.
100%.
So you turn something, right. I need something that just helps me
zone out for a bit.
Calm down.
But it might take 3 hours. So I go at it for 3 hours.
Just one more episode.
Yeah.
Are you still watching? And you're like, yeah, come on.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. Well, let's get into the questions.
All right.
Okay.
So
interview.
Right off the bat, let's just talk about what you are most excited for Fort Cancer. Like, what are you hoping to get out of this experience in general?
So I think, and I think just in reading some of the points was like marketing in this Baton Rouge area. And we moved here, we were younger. There were some people doing what we do already. And we said, all right, how do we make our room and not step on toes, but also get to know the right people? Because there's some people in this town that can really help your business, otherwise. So we start marketing our own little towns. My office essentially is in Ascension. Okay. So I'm all over Prairieville and Gonzales and a lot of the schools and high school stuff. But anytime you get a chance, whether it's like I joined Rotary, I've done all the Chamber of Commerce stuff, but anytime you could step up and meet a group like you guys and then something that's bigger on the scale, and last year with Jared, I don't think he even told us he was involved.
He just shows up with the cutout one day.
He's kind of quiet, more on the reserve side. Yeah.
He wouldn't be sitting here
awesome.
right now.
Right. Well, it'd be Jenny instead of him.
Yeah, it would be Jenny.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So
it was April. And I was like, what are you doing? And he told us, and I didn't know if it was forked cancer. So me and Chelsea and then so I realized, I was like, okay, you always have to be involved with something bigger than just your little, right? And that whole saying, you're not growing, you're dying. Like that's the key. So you don't do it just to market yourself, but then when you realize it's tied to something pretty spectacular, you go, okay, let's get involved. And then unfortunately, cancer may not be directed to everybody, but everyone's affected somehow, some way, whether it's your neighbor, yourself, or your closest family, friend,
They walk that journey.
Absolutely.
Sure. And I feel like everywhere you go, somebody knows somebody or that person has been affected directly.
Every day.
Yeah.
And, granted, social media is so strong now compared to when I was your age that I'm assuming. But that I see it more. Whereas when I was graduating chiro school, it was only if you had someone close to you that you would hear about it. But now, they're every day. Someone's got a GoFundMe page for somebody who can't afford treatment. You know?
And that's like one of the biggest things that we told told you guys from the beginning was like where these dollars are actually going and how they directly impact patients here in Louisiana. Because we don't think about the fact that they're going to radiation 5 days a week and who's going to drive them there. Like people don't have access to that. So it's awesome the work that you guys are doing because it really does have that personal connection to Baton Rouge.
Well, we're just following your lead. Like it's your work.
No. It's everyone. We need everyone. Everyone plays their part.
No,
you're
right. Yeah, I totally understand.
Yeah, and we all come together, and I think it's the fact that you guys said yes in the beginning. Yeah. Especially creating that stickiness with Go Chiro because we had Dr. Woolley before.
Yeah.
I just think that's great. You guys are such a great practice. You said you've been open now for 10 years. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Here in Baton Rouge.
I've been here for almost 20.
Yeah.
20-ish. Yeah.
What does your practice look like? What do you guys offer? What do you do the best at would be
and are
Baton
you
Rouge?
each, so to my understanding, you each are over like one location. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's evolved. So there's I guess Jared's, we say 4 of us.
Okay.
That sort of kind of own everything.
Okay.
And the way it all started was I wanted to step away from a practice I was in. I was like, I'm gonna do my own thing. So it's time. So how did I find Ascension Parish? I really don't even remember, but I found it. And the parish just felt like home. I mean, I'm from Terrebonne Parish. The food's the same. The music's the same. You name it.
Just as accepting.
Just Cajun as Cajun can be.
I love it.
So as I'm doing things, it just felt comfortable. And we have the 8 locations. We're opening a 9th on Burbank.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Dr. Wayne Johnson, he runs our Plank Road office, is opening right. It's pretty cool because I could say the old Traction building. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, gotcha.
They moved, I believe, their stuff to the back, and we're using the old PT place. Yeah, we rented that.
Sweet.
So
Perfect.
it's only been like since February 1st.
Okay.
There'll be a ton of athletes in that area too, because they're all training over there.
That
still,
whole area is going to be saturated with a group, and
Mm-hmm.
it's such a popular one now with all the neighborhoods popping up. So,
Right.
but yeah, we treat everything. If it's not torn or broken, I tell patients that we can work on it. So they come in, and we're a lot like physical therapy. We do a lot of manual work, a lot of stretches, a lot of rehab. We adjust, obviously,
Right.
and our job, I think, and what patients like is when you come in the office, it's me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have an associate. It's
Mhm.
Jared. It's
Yeah.
him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not marketing and shopping it out to somebody else. It's always
It's you.
us.
And you know what you're going to get
As
each
long as I
time.
can physically handle it, it'll always be me.
Yeah.
Do
So-
y'all see? Oops,
Oh,
sorry,
no,
go
you're
ahead. No, no, no.
good.
Do
Sorry.
y'all see kids? I have a lot of friends who lately have like brought kids, and growing up, I feel like I never knew anyone. As
I
a
went to
Yeah.
one
kid myself.
because I was a
Okay.
competitive swimmer. So
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
So usually, the kids that I treat are usually because I'm already treating mom
Mhm.
or dad, and eventually it turns into, hey, do you treat?
Yeah.
My daughter's a swimmer, a cheerleader. I have a lot of gymnasts, and then of course the injuries. And my oldest is 11 and plays basketball, and we did the travel baseball thing. So you meet a lot of parents, and he's always healthy, and they're like, man, how does? I said, well, I work on him a lot.
Mhm.
He knows how to do a lot of things himself. So they eventually they're getting the kids in. So that's how it starts. It's always got to be like a catalyst to trust you with a newborn.
And then have that chain
And then
reaction.
once the word's out that you helped with sleep issues,
That's
colic,
what I was gonna say.
digestive issues,
I have had a lot of friends that swear by like my baby wasn't sleeping. I brought him to the chiropractor. Like
Wow.
he's like,
Mhm.
yes.
That
Well, y'all
is
know my
crazy.
marketing director, Chelsea.
Yeah.
Her
She's
little
wonderful.
girl
Oh my
doesn't
gosh.
sleep. And so every now and then, it'll be, 7:30, 8 o'clock on a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday morning.
So bring her in.
They roll in
They roll in.
and say, lay down. And I'm like, I might be working with somebody. I look over, she ain't sleeping. Help me out. And so I'll do my part. But
That's
yeah,
awesome.
we all have the same practice philosophy. So
Yeah.
whether it's my office, Jared's office, the others, you'll get the same treatment.
That's awesome. So I know there's a lot of like misconceptions with like going to a chiropractor. What would you say? I know that's probably like a very generalized question, but what would you say to those people usually?
I think it's just an unknown.
Yeah, for sure. It's fear
Much
of the
like
unknown. Yeah.
much like when you tell somebody what you do at Fort Cancer, they probably have like, huh, what?
Like, what do you do?
Yeah. Well, for me, it's the same as trying to make sure they understand that yes, I'm a chiropractor, but I also will do the manual work, the massage type stuff, the hands-on, the therapies, the rehab, not just adjust you. Because they think if you have, if you're a runner and you strain your calf,
Right.
I've heard people say, oh, well, Matt can't work on that. He's a chiropractor. I'm like, well, actually, I might be the best to work on that.
Yeah.
But they think I just adjust the spine only and it limits me. But no, not at all. We do everything.
That's awesome.
Treat everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked what you said about how regardless of what office you go into, you're still getting the same kind of mission. You're still getting the same kind of promise of excellent care. And I think that's for sure. Yeah. And I think that's a lot about like what we promote as Fork. It's like regardless of what we're talking about, what area the money will go to. I mean, it all connects in that way. I think, and each tastemaker brings like a very unique perspective, but you guys are all in for like one mission, which I think is awesome. Which is why I like kind of want to talk to you about like, what are you excited about for Fort Cancer in a sense of the impact that we're going to make in the community and that night specifically?
Yeah, I think anytime you could raise money in a very non-aggressive way.
Yeah.
It's not forced. We're not doing this because a hurricane hit last week or, the unfortunate fires, like stuff like that. When you just naturally do it because this is a never-ending battle, unfortunately, then it's just easier because especially when you raise money for cancer. So that night was great for me and Ashley last year to go and just witness it. I was like, man, look at the amount of people here. Jared didn't tell us all this. Yeah.
Dr. Woolley.
We drove up. She's like, what are we doing? Like, what are we getting ourselves into? I was like,
I don't know.
We'll find out.
But they're superior margaritas. So
but it was great.
You don't drink margaritas, but they're
she does.
Okay,
yeah,
there
she
you
does.
go. Perfect.
But she had a blast. And, so you go, okay, I'm going to get involved next year. And my only hurdle is the fact that I'm so busy in other directions. Like, okay, I got to slow down and I have to go sit and talk to the people and say, hey, I need you to help me donate. Like, help me raise money for this goal. And everybody has a goal, I'm sure. And mine's just like, I just gonna keep asking and asking and asking. And eventually it's going to match the whole. And that's really what you're doing it for. Because you're going to turn around, we start it again next year.
Right.
It just kind of wash, rinses, and repeats. So
I like that.
Yeah.
Everybody plays a has a piece of the puzzle for sure to complete it.
We couldn't do it without you guys for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I guess we can wrap things up. I have one more question for you. So if you could have dinner with any celebrity, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
I thought about that one for a while.
You did? Okay, good. I'm glad I asked.
Well, because I love, I love sports, and there's a lot of athletes.
Okay.
The music, obviously.
Of course.
Being from South Louisiana. But I think it would be The Rock.
I love that.
Okay.
I grew up a huge wrestling fan.
Okay.
Like, what kid in the mid 90s?
I feel like that was
Like
big in the
WWE?
90s. Yeah,
It was huge.
Yeah.
Stone Cold Steve Austin
Yes.
era.
I would want to sit down. My 11-year-old would have to be with me because he watches all the Rock YouTube training videos.
Oh
and
my gosh.
He knows about
wow.
his meal regimen, his cheat days, like all these things.
Oh.
So I just let him. I would eat maybe,
Yeah.
and I would just let him tell stories,
Mhm.
wrestling
Yes.
stories.
Mhm.
He's the best
It would
storyteller.
have to be the best thing ever.
Yeah, and then how he parlayed that into being like a legitimate movie star.
Yeah.
Like
No,
that's
seriously.
the transition.
But you worry when you meet someone and you
Joking.
sit with them that they're not what you've dreamt of in your head.
Mhm.
Right.
A musician, an artist,
They say don't meet your
the
heroes.
actor or
Yeah.
actress. Yeah, it's not going to be what you think.
Right.
Right.
And I'm sure there are some, and because they're all in the spotlight. Like, LeBron James, you know just about everything about him because it's always out,
Yeah.
Mhm.
right?
Exactly.
So I'm pretty sure he's gonna be who he is. Michael Jordan the same way with this.
Right.
The 3-part series came out. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
he is what everybody
Yeah.
said he was.
Yeah.
I still love him though. But The Rock is that guy where you go, all right, this would be a fun.
Yeah.
Like you just tell your wrestling stories.
Right.
Mhm.
Like-
But he would be like so energetic, so electric about
Mhm.
everything. I
Oh,
love
yeah.
him and Kevin Hart's relationship too.
Yeah.
They're hilarious in
Oh, yeah.
interviews. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. We're so
absolutely.
appreciative of you. Like we can't thank you enough, and we're so excited for May 1st. And
Yes, it'd be great.
I'm gonna book an appointment with Go Cairo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I seriously need one. So
I'm gonna call. I'll text you tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes.
I haven't been since I swam competitively last.
Oh,
so
yeah.
yeah, it's been a while.
Okay.
All right. We're ready for it. Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much
Thank
for
you.
sitting
Okay.
down with us. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Dr. Shelley.
You're
All
welcome.
right.